Hey everyone, it's me. G'day. It's been a while since I spoke to everyone. I think my last video update was coming out of quarantine when I arrived back in New Zealand. Gosh, that's back in July. It's now the 15th of December 2020. A lot's gone down for all of us in this world since then. But I wanted to give you an update on just my situation, seeing how it's been so long since I have given an update. It's been a challenge since coming home, to put it simply. I came into the country and immediately changed my food, and was probably also a bit too eager to get back into life, rather than realising the state that I was in, and took on a bit too much other things outside of just recovering. Then to be honest, since then I've been dealing with severe bouts of constipation, and that's caused its own group of issues. In that, I was going for periods. I was trying to live a normal life and doing courses on gardening and stuff, but in reality I wasn't passing anything for 7 days was my longest. And then I'd have to use a strong laxative like Epsom salts to move something so that I had some relief, and then I'd hope I'd be over that, and then I'd get back into another bout of it. And it forced me to do a few things. One was I found it very hard to eat, so I have sort of lost a bit of weight as a result of not eating much food. But in the last month, I've done some pretty good work with a kinesiologist and a naturopathic doctor to try and get some resemblance of order back in my colon functions. I saw an iridologist who picked up that my small intestines is not absorbing nutrients, and the ICV, the ileocecal valve, from the small intestine to the large intestine is not working properly. It's staying open, which means that pretty much I'm just, because I'm not, the small intestine is not working properly, I'm passing acid pretty much into my large intestine, which is then causing my problems with constipation and fluid and tightening of the colon and all that sort of stuff. As my naturopathic doctor described me, I'm a digestive cripple. The reason why that's important is that all the supplements I've been taking, while very beneficial and useful, my body was overwhelmed by them. I couldn't take them in. I was physically at a point where I just couldn't take any more supplements in, so something had to be done. So working with the naturopathic doctor, he's got me on a program of eating certainly more alkaline food again, but also trying to just baby the colon, small and large, by eating pretty much mush again. I'm eating pretty much baby food. Since meeting the naturopathic doctor, which was about 3 weeks ago, I've had some great progress. I've started to have somewhat regular motions, which is nice, and also started to eat a bit more food, which is also good, which means my body's got a bit more energy. I've been very low energy, been a bit of a recluse, hermit, haven't talked to many people, and pulled back from doing a lot of things. I spend a lot of time resting at the moment because my body needs to. I don't have much surplus energy to waste, and I need to heal, so I need to rest to do that. So that's positive signs, and that's the physical side of it. So what that's leading to is that the positive side on the mental side is that I had another breakthrough, really, and that this may sound a bit weird to a lot of people, but in reality I kind of thought of myself as being a bad person. From a young age I just thought I was bad, and that I didn't really matter. And while that might sound like I'm putting myself down, I guarantee that there's many people in this world that believe the same thing about themselves. It just took me to a pretty severe point to realise in my life, health-wise, that that's how I thought about myself. So since doing that, I had a conversation, with that recognition, I had a conversation with a close friend in Canada who's been through a lot of her own life journeys and tribulations, and she had a pretty frank conversation with me about what death means and what happens if I was to die. And so I sat with that a few days a week, just going, well, what happens if I do die? And in reality, not much. There's a hole that's obviously going to form because I'm not there, and obviously people would be upset with that, and I've had my own sister pass away, so I know how difficult it is to lose somebody close. But I know the universe goes on, and I know that life goes on, and sometimes that's your story is what it turns out to be. So I let go of the need to having to be doing things. Since I got diagnosed, I've been doing things. I do this, all with the intent of getting better. But I haven't let it be in terms of trusting the process and just allowing ease in the process. I've always been trying to force things to happen, and as you don't get the results you hope, you kind of get a bit upset with yourself because of expectations. So mentally, I'm a lot better. Marissa Peer on YouTube, who is a rapid transformational therapist, does a lot of YouTube videos where she has hypnosis and guided meditations around self-love, and I've been doing those, and I've been getting great results because I feel better in myself. I'm a lot more content. I realise I do matter. I realise that I am lovable. I realise that I have something to contribute. So that's all important mentally for being able to find a reason for living. And also my future. I've started to think a bit more about my future in terms of what it looks like moving forward, in terms of how I'm going to be in this world, how I want to live, and that sort of thing. So that's nice as well. I'm starting to get some pretty good ideas around that. So that's mentally, physically, financially. It's the biggest struggle I have. It cost me a lot of money to go to the States, a lot. I mean, I sold my share in a house and I've come back and I've got nothing. The exchange rate fell out when I was in the States, which meant everything cost a heck of a lot more than I'd budgeted, which meant I came back with nothing to be able to move forward with. And I'm just getting by living off credit cards and the goodwill of people around me, which I'm grateful for. So anyway, I can't go and get a job at the moment just because of my health situation in terms of my physical abilities, and being out and about is challenging at the moment. So finances, yeah, and that's why there's update there. That's why there's give a little pages there, is to hopefully encourage some more giving, because I kind of need it at the moment. I'm very aware that things are tight for a lot of people on this planet, especially with the virus going around and the perceptions around that. That's a challenging time for everybody. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Where I've got to is that I know I'm going to be okay. There's a bit of work to be done. I feel better myself. I've lost a lot of weight, but I can gain that back. And with more food, I'm starting to get more energy, which means my outlook is a lot easier to maintain at a higher vibration. I am looking at buying a bus and converting that into a motorhome, a house bus, because I don't have the money or anything to be able to buy a piece of land or a house, and I can't afford the rent because I can't have a job at the moment. So there's a lot of hurdles against that. So I am looking at a bus, and it's probably going to cost me 30 or 40 grand New Zealand to do that. So it's kind of my new target, is to start focusing towards that. But that bus would then allow me to travel around and to seek work where I can, and to explore and just find a lot less stress in my life, because stress is something I don't want in my life anymore. My ability to go and sit in an office and earn a high-paying job, like earn an income and a high-paying job, is not there anymore. I can't go back to that. So anyway, that's what I'm hoping to work on, is that. So things are good. It's Christmas time, and I thought I'd better put a notice out just to say g'day and let people know what's going on, because there's a lot of people asking. Not perfect, and certainly not where I was hoping to be. I was hoping to be out there rip-roaring and being active and having a full summertime, but I know it's just a matter of time now. So head down and just keep doing the right things, and it'll come to me. To everybody that's given to me emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, I'm forever grateful to you. You've helped me immensely to get through this journey to where I am now. I couldn't have done it without you. I am looking forward and looking for better days and a better future. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, no matter what religion you are. It's the time of the year that's kind of special to a lot of people. And even if it's not, it's certainly the intent behind it of finding peace and harmony in the world is a nice intent. So I certainly encourage that aspect of it, no matter what your religious beliefs are. So I wish you all well, your families, your loved ones. I'd like to say that I love you all immensely. Being on this journey is a recognition of just how much it is important to have other people in your life and to share your life with. The amount of support I've had and people asking to share information with them has been very nice and encouraging for me. So yeah, I'm going to spend Christmas with my family, taking it easy, focusing on my food and just resting still and getting that body back in line so that the new year 2021 I can rock and roll and get back into doing what I'm good at, which is being active in this world, curious and having an adventure. So once again, thank you. I love you all. Peace to you all, and best wishes at this time of the year. Thanks.